Hi, this is a continuation of the series on AI medical diagnosis in healthcare, and today I'll be exploring the two fundamental statistical tools crucial for evaluating the performance of classification models, the ROC curve and the AUC metric. Now, this video is designed to enhance your understanding of these concepts and their comparative application, so let us begin. Now, the ROC curve, also known as the Receiver Operating Characteristic Curve, is a graphical representation that illustrates the diagnostic ability of binary classifiers as its discrimination threshold is varied. But what does this mean? Well, essentially, the ROC curve helps us understand how well our model can distinguish between two classes, such as positive and negative. In order to construct an ROC curve, we plot the true positive rate against the false positive rate at various threshold settings. Now, the true positive rate is also known as sensitivity, and it measures the proportion of actual positives that are correctly identified as such. And on the other hand, false positive rate essentially measures the proportion of negatives that are incorrectly classified as positives. Now, moving on is the AUC, also known as the area under the curve, which is directly derived from the ROC curve. Now, the AUC essentially measures the entire two-dimensional area underneath an entire ROC curve from 0, 0 to 1, 1, and this metric essentially provides a single scalar value that summarizes the performance of the model across all threshold values. And essentially, the AUC value can range from 0 to 1, wherein a model whose predictions are 100% wrong has an AUC of 0.0, and one whose predictions are 100% correct all the time has an AUC of 1.0. And a model with essentially no class separation capacity at all, essentially just random guessing, would have an AUC of 0.5. Now, you may wonder, why isn't 0 indicative of a model that has no classification capacity? Well, this is because, like we covered in the earlier on lessons while exploring the min-max functions of the generative adversarial network, 0.5 is when the model's ability to distinguish truth from false is completely non-existent, such that the model just makes random decisions, thus the probability of 0.5.